We've been talking about doctors in this country. We had Dr. Robin Armstrong join us a few weeks ago talking about his success in using a particular drug, a previously approved by the FDA drug for the treatment of malaria called hydroxychloroquine, and that he used it successfully in his practice in Houston. I want to dedicate the first 5 just to the great determination of doctors in this country to persist in trying to find ways to help patients suffering from COVID-19, the disease caused by the coronavirus. There was a new consortium of doctors came together. It's called the Frontline COVID-19 Critical Care Consortium. It's a consortium of American doctors who are basically saying, look, we're in novel territory here. We've got this crisis on our hands. Let's share our information about what we find works. So they actually wrote out lengthy protocols related to the use of coronavirus 19. They talked about, I'm not going to delve into the medical details, but they basically talked about why patients with COVID-19 are struggling, what the specific problem is, what the reasons are some medications work, and they're basically urging other doctors to be part of this ongoing conversation in this consortium about the things they have found that work. There was a study that showed that hydroxychloroquine, U.S. doctors claim that hydroxychloroquine worked in 91% of coronavirus cases. The American physicians and surgeons wrote a letter to the Arizona governor, Doug Ducey, basically urging wider use of hydroxychloroquine to treat COVID-19. And they claim that data based on 2,333 coronavirus patients revealed the drug helped 91% of the patients recover. Similar things around the world, other doctors reporting hydroxychloroquine rated most effective therapy in a global survey. I am not a doctor or a medical person, and I don't have any investment in hydroxychloroquine. I just want to commend the spirit of doctors in this country trying to find solutions and trying to talk to each other. And I also want to say that with respect to hydroxychloroquine, I think it is a true shame, a just political outrage, that part of what seems to be happening is because President Trump said something good about hydroxychloroquine, that must mean to some people that therefore it must be condemned or maligned or questioned. In fact, shortly after President Trump he said he heard good things about hydroxychloroquine, you had the NIH come out with some alleged studies saying, well, it could be side effects, we don't know, and numerous cases where you've had Drs. Fauci and Birx raise questions about it. And, I, as I said, not a doctor, but I do think that this is time, in this crisis time, it's a time to be trustful of and grateful for doctors trying to find answers and not necessarily so deferential to the NIH and to Drs. Fauci and Birx in their condemnation of it and their apparent kind of holding out for the vaccine, which may not ever happen. First of all, there may never be a vaccine. There may not be a vaccine that works very well, and there may not be a vaccine for 2 or 3 years. So I commend these doctors and their efforts to try to bring recovery to COVID-19 patients, and very disappointed in all the seemingly politically motivated decisions to ridicule that drug when the doctors actually using it are saying they find it to be very effective. And that, my friends, is today's First Five.